that go. Hello and welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge and you're watching the United Stand. So why is the live... It's working now. Live comments is working. Hello on this Friday evening. And here we are to talk about, well, lots of things in a way. But Alexis SANCHEZ to Manchester United. It's over social media. It's not really in the media. Although the Times did report yesterday that Manchester United would like to sign Alexis SANCHEZ for £50 million because he's more value than Perisic for £50 million. Hello? Of course he's more value than Perisic for £50 million, even though he's a year older. Alexis SANCHEZ is a fantastic player. Can Manchester United sign him? You can't start a fire without a spark. I'm desperate. You do not know how desperate I am to sing that song, but I've been told I can't sing anymore, so I won't do it. I'm just desperate. But Alexis SANCHEZ to Manchester United. Look, is it impossible? Not quite. Will it happen? I'll eat my shoes if it does happen. He's likely to play for Arsenal against Liverpool at the weekend. Obviously, he wants to leave Arsenal, but Coutinho wants to leave Liverpool, and Liverpool have been offered 120 million by Barcelona. And Liverpool will not let him go. If you can make a player stay who wants to leave to go and have his dream move, and a mid-table club can keep him at their club rather than let him go to Barcelona, then Arsenal can certainly do it with Alexis SANCHEZ. 1 year left on his contract. He will leave them. He will leave them for free in January and officially next summer. But Arsenal are in a situation where, again, very similar to Liverpool and Coutinho, or Coutinho, or whatever his bloody name is. The same old thing. It's small club mentality. It's like, we're not a big club, but we're going to be petulantly stubborn and say you're not going. We're going to force you to play for a small club and instead of letting you go for a big club. Could Manchester United get Alexis SANCHEZ? Of course we could. We've got the money to do it. I think we'd do it if we could. Would Arsenal sell him to Manchester United? I don't see that happening in a million years. Could Alexis SANCHEZ force the move? Matic forced the move to Manchester United, so that could happen. Do I think Alexis SANCHEZ will be a player of Arsenal on the 1st of September? No, I don't. Do I think he'll be a Manchester United player on the 1st of September? I think he'll be a Manchester City player on the 1st of September. That is that is what I believe, because I think Arsenal don't see Manchester City as a big club, even though Manchester City probably will challenge us for the title this year. They see Manchester United as the big rival and the big club, and they will not want us to sell him to him. But he has effectively, if Arsenal keep him, he's going for nothing. He's not staying at Arsenal. Why would anybody stay at Arsenal? Because they're in the Europa League. They will never win the league. And he's going to go for free. He's going for free in January. Same as Oxlade-Chamberlain. Terrible, terrible business at Arsenal. But we're not Arsenal Fan TV. We're not going to wheel out somebody in a cap with tattoos on the neck talking nonsense. We are talking reality. And Arsenal will not probably do everything they can to stop him coming to United. Would I want him at United? You know what? I'm going to be totally honest. We need a winger. We need a winger. You can't start a fire without a spark. We've got 6'5" Zlatan at some point this season. We've got 6'3" Lukaku, and we've got nobody to put a cross into the box. They'll still be decent in other areas, but it's like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we have players who are so very good at getting on the end of crosses, and we don't have a winger to put a cross in. That is the priority for Manchester United. I agree, this transfer window has been a joke. I would slam the door on this transfer window and walk away from it today, this very hour, if we had a winger. A specialist winger. I would walk away from it. Because it's been a ridiculous transfer window. I've not enjoyed it. Not in relation to United, but just also externally. What's happened with like PSG and stuff. It's made me feel physically sick at times. But we need a winger. We've got a week left. Why cut our face off to spite our nose, if that is even a saying? Why do it? We need a winger, and we've got two of the best players in world football in the air. Get somebody who can put a cross into the box naturally. Not this Mata cross. It's rubbish. It's a rubbish cross from Mata, and I love Mata, but it's not a natural cross unless you play him on the left wing, which we never do. Get somebody natural in. You can't start a fire. Got to. Don't sing. You ruined that. You've ruined it. I'm disappointed in myself, let alone the people at home. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. It's called the One Football app. The link is in the video description. Let's have a look at the latest news. Manchester United, I follow them everywhere. I'm going to take some of your comments, don't worry. So, Manchester United, let's have a look at what the latest Manchester United news is. You can download the One Football app, link in the video description. Zlatan Ibrahimovic takes a 200k a week Manchester United pay cut. I should think so. He was on about 350. From the BBC, big blow as Manchester United move for classy winger is dead. Yeah, that's from Simon Stone, who works for the BBC, who says he's 99% sure that Manchester United won't sign Perisic. So you're telling us there's a chance? Dumb and Dumber. Manchester United versus Leicester, three key battles that decide the outcome of the game. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. 3 key outcomes that will decide the game. Well, I bet it's Bay against Vardy and some other nonsense. United win that game 4-0. Don't even need to worry about 3 key battles with Leicester City at home. Come on. If we turn up and play to our potential, we blow them away. If we don't turn up, Leicester get a result. It's simple as that. There's no 3 key battles between Manchester United and Leicester. They're not even on the same bloody page. They're not even on the same book. We should take them apart tomorrow, and we will take them apart. It's nothing to do with 3 key battles. Nonsense article, that is. What else? What else? What else? Jose Mourinho reveals whether Zlatan Ibrahimovic... Oh, Zlatan's been named in the squad, but Jose doesn't think he'll be back till January, which is what I thought. Don't want to talk about them. Lamar would rather join Manchester United than Arsenal this summer. Well, it's a bit like saying you'd rather shag a goat than a supermodel, isn't it? You know, Arsenal, the goat, Manchester... And I don't mean greatest of all time. I mean a real goat with horns going bare. Or a supermodel, Manchester United. Simple as that. What else? Swansea verdict. Don't care about that. We beat them 4-0. Jose Mourinho's side seek 3rd straight win. Stating the bloody obvious, and people write articles about it. What else? No, Leicester are not winning. That's from Mourinho. Leicester are back to title winning form. Jose, stop blowing wind up their backside. Clever in a way, actually make them feel like they're good when they're not. We're gonna batter them tomorrow. We're gonna absolutely batter them tomorrow. Got no fears about that. Link in the video description. Download the One Football app, and it gives you the latest Manchester United news. But what I also like about it is this. I'm gonna do Eric Bailly today. You can type a player's name in and you can get their stats. So Eric Bailly, 50% of his tackles won, 87% accuracy in his passing. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. Aerials duels won, 40%. Everybody's aerial duels won is really low. Even if you went to the players that Bailly's played against this season, it's low. Don't know whether like the referee runs in and wins a load of the aerial duels or something, but it's interesting in relation to Bailly though. He's played 101 passes and has an 87% pass accuracy, but he's probably playing it 5 yards to Phil Jones most of the time. But yeah, that's Eric Bailly. Probably not the best player to have a look at. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I want to get your live comments on. But the link's in the video description for One Football app. Really, really good app. I use it for the latest Manchester United news. And if you're interested in your stats, it works really, really, really well. Really, really, really well as well. Adam Doyle says he can smell the vodka. I don't drink vodka. Oh. Anyway, how many of you had Mark? Says Cesar Marquez. Only 5. And I love Mark with a can. And we can... Amusu, Gabaminu, we are going to batter Leicester tomorrow. No problem about it. We will win the game tomorrow. Got no doubts about it. Get some confidence into the veins of Manchester United fans. Don't do drugs. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about heroin or whatever that is. Don't do that. The drugs don't work. But what I'm talking about is, you know, take some pretend air that makes you feel confident, and Manchester United are going to beat Leicester tomorrow. I've got no doubts about it. Can't wait. 5:30, watch along on the United stand. We're going to batter Leicester. There is no other way. There's no other way. Fortune, stop it. I used to like it when you used to say Fabinho's better than Matic, but I don't like it when you say Perisic just handed a transfer request in for the last 3 nights, and it's not true. Would you take Sanchez or Messi, says Vince Chapman. Come on, Vince, you can do better than that. You've been on the United Stand Live comments for years. Of course we'd take Messi over Sanchez. You can't, you know, I don't really like Messi, but there are limitations. My friends wouldn't believe I'd been drunk from 6 beers, says Anton. Mark Goldbridge, I look like Graham Norton. That's a new one. It's normally Rooney or Ed Woodward, which I don't get. You're an embarrassment, mate, says Michael Margiotta. Fair enough. Please take my money also to get Sanchez, says Tayu. Come on, United will demolish them. Barcelona have signed Dembele. Meh, to that. That was always inevitable. And Bob says Lamar will join Arsenal. Obviously, we did the video this morning on the walk to work about Lamar wanting to join United over Arsenal. Draxler's still available. Perisic looking more and more like he will stay at Inter, but it's not dead till it's over. Alexis SANCHEZ United, I'll be surprised. I don't think he'll be at Arsenal. I think Arsenal are really... I don't understand this summer. I really don't understand what's gone wrong with the transfer window this summer. You've got ridiculous deals like Neymar to PSG that make no sense, and Mbappe is probably going to do it as well. It makes no sense. Players basically just going for money. Makes you feel sick. You've then got... I hate Liverpool. You know, it's not a secret. I hate you. I hate you, Liverpool. I hate you. I hate you. Sorry, but I do. Anyway, Liverpool are a small club. They haven't won the title in about 30 years. They win the odd cup, but you know, they've got good support based on history. You're never going to win the league in my lifetime, and I'll die a happy man. But Coutinho went to Liverpool from Inter Milan for about £8 million, and he's done okay. He's not been close to being Player of the Year in the Premier League. He's done okay. Barcelona offer £100 million for him, and Liverpool suddenly get ideas of grandeur and start saying, you're not going, you're staying at our club. You're not United, you're not Chelsea, you're not even Man City. You're a club that will never get even close to winning the Premier League, and you are denying a player the opportunity to go and play for one of the best clubs in the world, and as a Brazilian, it's probably his dream move. I think you're a disgrace. I've always thought you're a disgrace as a club, but I think you're a disgrace doing that. And all their fans are applauding FSG who own them. It's just small club mentality. You know what it is? It's really like bully boy tactics. It's like, you're not going, we're forcing you to stay at our crappy little club. We're not going to let you go and play for a big club because we've got you under contract. And Coutinho's an idiot himself for signing a 5-year contract. And exactly the same thing's happening with Alexis Sanchez. Small club mentality from Arsenal. You're under contract, so we're not letting you go in. Wake up and smell the coffee. You're a small club. He wants to go and better himself. You are forcing him to stay at your club when he doesn't want to stay. Let him go somewhere else. And you know, that somewhere else could be Manchester United. It could be Manchester City. But Arsenal fans, sit down, take the L and shut up. And your owners. He doesn't want to stay there. You're not going to win the title. You're not even in the Champions League. Don't even mention the Champions League. It's none of your business because you're not even in it. Shut up and let him go. But they won't. There's this weird new thing that's happened. I haven't seen this happen in a long time. Where players used to have the player power that they would force their way out of a club. And yet you've got these ridiculous situations where a player like Sanchez has 1 year left on his contract and Arsenal are saying no to 50 million. It makes no business sense. It's stupid. It's unfair on the player who wants to leave. But Arsenal will lose him for nothing next season. And that's the small club mentality, isn't it? Because actually, they should take the 50 million, go and spend it on somebody who will be at the club for the next 3 or 4 years. But actually, they're going to keep an unhappy player there and lose him for nothing. It's small club mentality. And United with Ronaldo were in that same situation. Ferguson, you know, basically persuaded him to stay for another year. He stayed, and then he wanted to go, and we let him go. And you know, that is what a big club does. You don't, you know, Sanchez is. It makes no sense to me. What do I think about Jose's comments on Martial? Says Fantasy Kid. I think Martial's not going anywhere. He's potentially our best player. Martial's not going anywhere, and that's the big positive for me. Martial or Rashford, who would you start, says Paul Cheeseman. Look, we're playing Leicester tomorrow. I'm very excited. This week is gone. It's now the weekend. We play tomorrow. We win tomorrow. And then we have positivity tomorrow. 9 points. But don't forget, never ever forget where you've come from. That's a Take That song. Never forget that Manchester United won 3 games last season and went into the international break with 9 points. It put a little bit of pressure on us that I never wanted to mention till now. Because no matter what season we started this year, we got 9 points last year from the first 3 games and we finished 6th. So no matter how well we play, we could have won the first games, 2 games, 10-0, whatever. We still have 9 points if we beat Leicester tomorrow, which is what we had last year. So the season for me is get 9 points tomorrow, get 3 points tomorrow, which is 9, and then it starts. The real season starts after the international break, because that is then where last season went to pot. We came back from the international break, we lost to City, we lost to Watford. We come back from this international break, we've got Stoke away, and then I think we've got Everton at home. So that's where it starts for me. We've got to win tomorrow, we will win tomorrow, but I won't get carried away even if we win 4-0 tomorrow. We're playing better than we did last year, but just because you win your first 3 games of the season doesn't mean you're going to win the league. And I think we will win the league this year. I said it before the start of the season, but I don't think we're going to win the league because we win our first 3 games of the season. There's a long, long way to go. And I remember Man City last year under Pep Guardiola. They started the season very well and everyone was like, end the season in September, Man City are going to win the league. They didn't even get close. It's a long league. Chelsea started badly. We've just got to take it a game at a time, but there's nobody better in world football than Mourinho at that. I wouldn't say I've been following Mourinho religiously all my life, but I remember when he first came to the Premier League and United were the dominant force, and he just knows how to break every game down. And I think this season he actually has got the team that he wants. I made a mistake reading out the comment about somebody who said something negative about me. I'll never do it again. So for those people who are doing it thinking you're going to get a bit of fame on the United stand for saying something derogatory, sit down. You'll never get an opportunity again. Arsenal or Liverpool? Look, Cartelly99. I should have said this. Obviously we've got the link up with 10bet and we'll do that on the watch along tomorrow. But if you are somebody who likes a bet, and I do like a little bit on the football, and I'm not promoting this through the link because it's not in the video description. This is just a freebie. If you like a little bet, I don't even know what the odds are, but I normally don't bet any more than a £5 or a tenner. You can put any money on this at the weekend. Liverpool will beat Arsenal at Anfield. Every season, it is the most obvious bet. Arsenal are bottlers, and Liverpool will raise their game. Liverpool will beat Arsenal on Sunday. It's the most nailed on result of the weekend, with United beating Leicester. But Liverpool will beat Arsenal on Sunday. There is no doubt. Roadman. I like that name. I've never seen it before. Do you think we'll make another signing, Mark? We are running out of time. I feel we will. I feel we will. I feel we have to. We have 3 signings this summer. I don't include Zlatan because he was here at the start of the summer, and did he really ever leave? But Mourinho wanted 4 signings. We've made 3 signings. He wanted a winger. We don't have a winger at the moment. We've got a great opportunity to battle and win this title. Have no doubts Manchester City's signings are in value dwarf ours, and on paper dwarf ours for ability. They had a better season than us in the league last season as well. So City should probably be favourites over us. On Manchester United's part, for the size we are, the money we generate, and what our manager wants, it will be a poor show if we don't go and get him the player he wants from this summer. We could still win the league with the team that we have at the moment, but he wants a winger. We should go and get him a winger in the next week. If we don't get one, I don't think we can't win the league, but if we do get one, I think it enhances our chances of winning the league. So I would go and sign a winger. That's what we need to do it. Whether we're going to do it or not, I think if we don't do it, it's the typical Glazer era where it's all about money, value, profit lines. If we really are backing our manager, we should get a winger. And we've got a week to see where we really are. Liverpool is a small club but has more Champions Leagues than United, says Shara Corey. Well, you're a Real Madrid fan, mate, and don't get me started on Champions Leagues, because I'm old enough to remember what the old European Cup was like before the Champions League, and it was a joke, an absolute joke. Aston Villa won it. Forest won it back to back. It was an absolute joke. From the mid-70s to the mid-80s, the European Cup was about as challenging as the League Cup. It was a joke. There was no real good teams about. The Champions League is totally and utterly a different level. It's way, way more competitive. It's way harder to win. There's better teams in it, and we've won two, and Liverpool have won one. The European Cup was difficult in the 60s, and then around the mid-70s, it became an absolute breeze, and that's when Liverpool won most of theirs. So I'll argue that with anybody. Anyone wants to come on, don't give me any stick. Whether you've got a fan channel or what, I'll argue that with anybody. That's not having a couple of beers or anything. I've been consistent about that. The European Cup from the mid-70s till we got kicked out because of Liverpool in Heysel, then it was a joke. Then we got back into Europe. The Champions League is way more competitive. The only European Cup era that can challenge the Champions League for ability was the 60s. Oh, we won it then, didn't we, as well? Darian Jones says, my favourite player at the moment is Mkhitaryan. He's turning into a key player for us. His pace on the ball is frightening, and I think in time he'll become a legend. I'm going to be controversial. Can I just be controversial, Darian? I don't think that Mkhitaryan's playing that well at the moment. I would say Mkhitaryan's playing slightly above average. I think he's got a lot better, and I think that's frightening because he's had 4 assists already. I think the difference with Mkhitaryan is we're consistently playing him in the middle. If you remember watching the United stand at the start of last season, we had a pre-season game against Wigan. Mkhitaryan played as a number 10 centrally, and I said, and he played very well as well, I said if you play Mkhitaryan there, that's his best position. Most of last season he was played on the wing. The difference with Mkhitaryan is he's playing his best position, which is centrally, but I don't think he's playing anywhere near his best as yet, which is very frightening. And as I said a couple of nights ago, Mkhitaryan could well be the shock of the season. He could be an outside bet for Player of the Year if he keeps playing in that position, because he's a fantastic player in it. If we make another signing, says Distinct Players, who will it be? I don't know. I don't know. And nobody knows. There's nobody who's been consistently right about Manchester United this summer and transfer news. I would like it. For me, I want it to be a winger. And I can chuck wingers at you all night. Perisic, Draxler, Lamar, Felipe Anderson. You know, any one of those would be welcome. We need a winger. Oxlade, you know what? Oxlade-Chamberlain is a bit too right-footed for me. We need a left footer. David MC, we need to play Blind left wing back with Shaw back now. I don't think Blind's got the pace. Blind's got a very good cross on him, but he hasn't got the pace. Who's better, says Cooper, Martial or Alexis SANCHEZ? At the moment, Alexis SANCHEZ. Does Anthony Martial have the potential to be better than him? Of course he does. Martial's in his very early 20s. Alexis SANCHEZ will be 29 in December. Martial can be better than him. Another 4 goals against Leicester tomorrow, says Roy Keane 91. We will demolish them. Gilly MUFC says, Mark, who do you think is going to score tomorrow? I'm going to put some money on it. Well, wait till the watch along tomorrow, because we've got the 10-bet link up, and you can get Lukaku to score at any time at 1.76, which is basically put a tenner on, you get £17.60 back. Lukaku to score tomorrow at any time will be spot on. I don't know what I just did there. I don't know what I've just done. Sanchez currently, says Indy Tagger. I'd agree with that. No issues with that. The good point there from Concy Jr. says, I don't want Sanchez, as Martial should start. The thing about Alexis Sanchez is he's not a winger. He's not going to play on the left wing and do the job we need him to do at left wing. So, for me, I definitely would be looking at going more Anthony Martial. I can't lie to you. And talking of which, I'm just going to get the One Football app back up. I just want to put in Anthony Martial, because this is going to blow your mind. This stat will blow your mind. So the OneFootball app, link is in the video description to download it. I just want to blow your minds a little bit with this. So Anthony Martial has got 2 goals, 1 assist. No, tell me something I want to know. It should tell me. He's played 25 minutes. He's got a pass accuracy of 90%. He's got 2 goals. He's got 1 assist. He's got 100% shot accuracy. So 2 shots, 2 goals. Total passes 20. Pass accuracy of 90%. 108 touches. Attack 2 goals. Shot accuracy 100%. Right foot goals both. I mean, that is pretty exceptional from Martial, isn't it? His stats are fantastic, and I think that's the difference with Martial this season, is that I think Rashford looks like he's trying too hard, and I think last season Martial looked like he was trying too hard. I think what Martial's done this season is, instead of trying too hard, he's actually getting rid of the ball quicker and always trying to find a player. Way more efficient on the ball, which is fantastic. Paul Smith and Anton Griezmann and Romelu Lukaku, says Fortune. Got no idea what you're talking about. Oh, good. I'm glad you said it again, Paul. Play Sanchez as left wing back. He can beat players and put in a good cross. No, play Shaw as left wing back, says James Broadfoot. Yeah, if Shaw can get fit. Luke Shaw can be really, really good. It's just about whether his injury record is going to help him or not. Oh, who's going to win out of McGregor or Mayweather? Look, McGregor or Mayweather, look, I don't like MMA or whatever it is, or cage fighting or anything like that. I think it's absolute nonsense. I really do. Conor McGregor is just a nobody, an absolute nobody, who has done really well for himself in a discipline that actually is just street fighting. There's not really much discipline in that. Boxing is an art form. Boxing's been around for decades. It is a total art form. It is the speed these people punch at, the technique they have, the fact they only use their fists. There's no other part of their body involved. They can't knee, they can't elbow, they can't grab. There's a lot of discipline in boxing, and it's all about punching, and it's all about stamina and skill. I don't want McGregor to beat Mayweather. I don't like Mayweather, but I don't want McGregor to win, because it's not really about McGregor v Mayweather. Boxing's credibility is on the line. If this upstart from cage fighting nonsense beats Mayweather, then boxing is on the it's on the mat, it's on the floor, literally. Who do I think will win? I think McGregor has got to knock him out in the first 3 rounds, because what will happen? You can come out and throw as many punches as you like, and to be fair to McGregor, he's very good at what he does. But Mayweather can do, I don't necessarily think Mayweather will knock McGregor out in the first 3 rounds or 4 rounds. That's not really what Mayweather's about. Mayweather is a technical boxer who can go the distance with everybody. And everybody who thinks that Mayweather's going to get knocked out by McGregor, Pacquiao couldn't knock him out. He's took some big shots from some big boxers. And boxing is all about the power and ability you have in your hands. There's no kicks, there's no elbows, like I say. It's all about your hands. And Mayweather has gone up against some of the best boxers of the generation, and he's not been knocked out. 49 wins. This is going to be win number 50. Unless something ridiculous happens, it will be win number 50. I'm not a massive Mayweather fan. He is all about the money. There's a lot of footballers like that now. Neymar's all about the money. Mercenaries. But it's about boxing. I just want boxing to win, because I prefer boxing to that farce. I do. I think boxing is an art form. I don't really think... maybe I'm a bit harsh on the old cage fighting. It's okay, but boxing's an art form. That for me is just brutality, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I hope Mayweather wins. I know that's not going to please a lot of you, because I know McGregor is very, very popular, but I just want I want boxing to win. It's as simple as that. MMA is the truest art form. You see, a lot of people are going to come on and defend MMA. I just think it's street fighting. I don't think there's any skill to it. I don't. But that's my opinion. It's all about opinion, and to be honest with you, I don't really give a damn about that. Mayweather v McGregor, couldn't really give a toss. What I do give a toss about is Manchester United v Leicester and Manchester United Football Club. Thanks everyone for watching. Look, I lived in Ireland for 3 years. I know a lot of Irish people. A lot of Irish people don't like McGregor, so don't tell me I should like McGregor because he's Irish. That's nonsense. I know a lot of Irish people. I lived there for 3 years, and I sort of consider myself as a bit of an honorary Irishman because I love it there. I'd love to go back and live there, but I'm not going to support McGregor just because he's Irish. I'll say what I think. I'll say what I see. If I see it, I say it. You do talk sense, Mark, says Brian. Well, finally somebody. Look, if you like MMA, well done. I tell you what, though, I will carry on for this. Dub Guy Full has made the most relevant comment today, and I was saying this at work at breakfast. It's fixed. It's fixed anyway. 100%. I think this is WWE. Forget MMA or forget boxing. I think it's 100% fixed. They are doing it for a massive amount of money. Mayweather's about money, he always has been. I think McGregor's about money. I went to watch a video on YouTube today, and I've got McGregor telling me about toothpaste and how to brush my teeth with this toothpaste to have white teeth. Don't tell me McGregor's all about the fighting. He's about making money. I'm not knocking him. He's about money. Mayweather's about money. Football's becoming about money. And who's the mugs? Us lot who sit there, you know, gesticulating about it, being all like, oh yeah, it's going to go this way, this way. No, I think it is totally fixed. I'll tell you what, they cannot afford McGregor to get knocked out in the first 30 seconds tomorrow. There's too much money on it. There'll be an uproar. So that can't happen for a start. So Mayweather will have been told, don't knock him out in the first 3 rounds. McGregor will have been told, don't knock him out in the first round. So whoever wins, this is fixed anyway. They will want it to go the distance. They won't want to ruin McGregor's reputation anyway because he's younger and he's got a whole career ahead of him. They don't want Mayweather's 49 wins to be ruined. So my prediction is goes the distance and Mayweather wins it on points. It's fixed. It's 100. I think it's fixed. I'm not going to say it's 100% fixed because I don't have the facts, but I feel it is fixed. Chris Bowman says put a bet on for Lukaku to score 2 or more goals. I don't think you're far wrong. Akash, I agree with you. It's still great even if it's scripted. Finally on the same page with you, Mark. Way to finish strong. Biggest difference this year, known as Zlatan and no Fellaini. Pace and power now, says Anthony Kunu. I agree with you. Right, thanks everyone. I talked to you all night, but I need to go and have a few more and enjoy my Friday night. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different on a Friday night. Oh, look at the Arsenal. Remember to drop a like on the video, if only to annoy Arsenal fans. Trust me, you really will. If we hit 1,000 likes on this video, it will destroy Arsenal fans. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all very soon. I'm going to do a show tomorrow morning at about 11 o'clock. So join me for that. We'll be live at 11. And then tomorrow at what will be 4:30. So we'll catch the end of the 3 o'clock kickoff scores. We'll have the team news. And then we're live all the way through till 7:30 when I'll do my match reaction. Then we're back tomorrow night live at 8 o'clock with a Skype show. It's the first show we're going to do this season where it's going to be really close between full time and you lot getting your chance to come on and have your say. So really looking forward to that. Remember the OneFootball app, link in the video description. Make sure you give that a download and enjoy the rest of your evening. The weekend is here. Manchester United will be playing in less than 24 hours. If you're looking forward to the fight as well, that's close. And drop us a like. Keep supporting the channel. I have been down the pub after work. That's what Friday night normally is about. If you like it, like it. Thanks for watching.